Hi again, everybody, and welcome into the Week 7 edition of Peacocks on the Prowl. Zach Carlyle here with you, and today we're talking Peacock women's soccer, and for that we're joined by junior defender Rachel Fowler. Rachel, thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with this winning streak you guys are on, a 5-match winning streak, including two wins over Southwest Minnesota State Sioux Falls last weekend. What are the things you've seen from your team that have gone really well during this winning streak?
I would say that everyone's playing as a team. We don't just work for like our individual gains. It's like a team effort. Just our resilience as well. Like against Sioux Falls on Sunday, against the wind in the second half, and then we went down to 2-1. So then it became like a harder game, but the resilience of the team just kept fighting away, and at no point really did I believe anyway that we were going to lose that game. We just keep at it. One of the biggest traits we have is being a hard-working team, so as long as we keep doing that, then I think we'll be good for the rest of the season.
Your defense has been solid, definitely, during this 5-match winning streak, giving up just 3 goals in that span with Kayla in the net and then your guys' back line. What have you seen from your defense here during this winning streak?
I believe that we're confident. We're confident in our ability, and we trust a lot, I would feel. Me and Kelsey, it's a trusting relationship, being centre-back partnership. You need to trust each other throughout the game, because if you don't trust someone, then nothing's going to go right for you guys. And then obviously we had the injury to Michaela, but Molly has stepped in like super well and continuing to play very well and taken that spot really and made it her own since Michaela's injury. And then Mackie, obviously, consistent player. You always know what you're going to get from Mackie. And then Kayla, obviously our first year properly coming in and starting. I feel like as the weeks keep going, she's becoming more confident and just more resilient and not want to give up goals like any of the back line. I feel like the back line, obviously there's 4 of us and then Kayla, but there's also a special mention for Charlotte. She's without her in there or another defensive mid in there, it's a very difficult day at the office for us at the back line. So just the resilience again. For
you personally, coming off of the injury from a year ago and bouncing back and starting all the matches so far this year, what's that feeling been like for you being a part of this winning streak with this team? Unbelievable
feeling. You can't ask for anything better, really. Last year when I dislocated my shoulder, it was one of the worst feelings and down spots I've ever had playing soccer. Obviously coming in as a freshman, I started, and then last year I was starting, and then to have that injury halfway through the season, it just broke me. You can ask anyone on my team, it was just devastating for me. So this year, just trying to make sure that I'm at the top of my game and helping anyone as best as I can, since I'm classed as an upperclassman now. So just to try and keep it going and keep that feeling alive.
You guys had kind of a tougher start to the season. You did pick up the big win over Winona State earlier, dropped a couple of matches, but now you guys have been able to overcome that and pick up on the winning, and you've won 5 in a row, obviously. What have you seen from your team to be able to overcome that early season adversity? I would say just everything started clicking, like all our hard work started to pay off. In that weekend, we started off a bit slow, so we've kind of changed that a bit. Everyone's picking up the intensity in practice and during warm-ups and stuff, so everyone's more focused. I think after the Winona game, some people kind of took it for granted that, hey, we beat Winona, so yeah, it's just a given we're going to win games, but obviously it's not, so everyone refocused and it's back to business again as usual, so just to keep it going, I guess. You guys have the longest road trip of the season. You head up to the University of Mary and then Minot State this weekend. So tell me a little bit about the expectations from your team to continue what you guys have been doing well on the road this weekend. Obviously, Mary and Minot's kind of a bit of a different games each one. Obviously, Mary's doing pretty good. They're a tough offense, so it's for defense anyway. It's important that we try and keep the shutout or keep minimizing the goals, and then against Minot, obviously they're unbeaten, so any team in any conference that's unbeaten must be doing something right. So again, it's just all about being solid and taking our chances if we get them and eliminating their chances really, so they can't score against us. Well, Rachel, best of luck this weekend. Thanks for joining us here today.
Yep, thank you for having me.
Rachel Fowler with us as Peacock women's soccer gets ready for the University of Mary and Minot State this weekend. Well, that's going to do it for us. I'm Zach Carlyle. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week on Peacocks on the Prowl.